Only on WRTV, the state's top police training board is calling into question recent Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department reforms. WRTV investigates. Rafael Sanchez takes a look at the controversy and the deadline IMPD now faces.
Following months of protests sparked by police shootings around the country, including 2 in the city in May, the city of Indianapolis stepped up its police department reforms. By November, all Metro police officers will wear body-worn cameras, and all officers are now working under 2 new general orders. General Order 130, which calls for IMPD to de-escalate encounters and puts in writing what was already not allowed: no chokeholds. Order 132 spells out the use of tasers and chemical sprays. Both orders now under the microscope of the Law Enforcement Training Board. The group, representing law enforcement statewide, says it has the obligation to review training practices before they are taught. In a letter to the Metro Police Chief and the Mayor of Indianapolis, the board raises concerns, saying it was led to believe that training on the new orders would not begin until 2021, though it learned that about half of Metro's officers have already undergone training. The board is also raising questions about the overall use of force policy. The group is concerned that the orders violate federal case law by limiting officers and putting them in harm's way. While the Law Enforcement Training Board unanimously opposes the teaching of the chokehold technique to law enforcement, it supports any tactic that may include a chokehold or neck restraint in a deadly force encounter. So this 2-page letter gives the city up until about September the 22nd to respond. The goal is to get the city and the board to get together and resolve this behind the scenes. The last thing anyone wants is a possible lawsuit. Rafael Sanchez, WRTV, investigates.
State Police Superintendent Doug Carter chairs the Law Enforcement Training Board. He tells WRTV Investigates that he will comment on the matter after receiving a response from Metro Police and the city. And tonight, the city is pushing back on the board's claim. Here's IMPD Deputy Chief Kendall Adams.
I think our policy meets that basic constitutional and state law requirement. It's very clear to us that the policy is within both those realms. We feel very confident about that.
We have the city's response and all the details about this developing story on our website at WRTV.com.